Hurricanes. Nature's way of shaking things up like a toddler throwing a tantrum. Amidst the chaos and swirling winds, one man and one turtle found each other in the most unlikely of circumstances. This is their story, of survival, friendship, and a deep bond that could only be formed through gale-force winds and storm surges. It all began during Hurricane Torrentialia, the most ferocious storm ever recorded on the fake Saffir scale, which measures wind speeds using an old rotary phone and some twine. That day, all residents were urged to evacuate, but one man, Doug Thompson, stayed behind in his home. Why? Because, as Doug later put it, I didn't think the storm was all that serious until the neighbor's lawn flamingo flew past my window at 90 miles per hour. As the hurricane raged on, Doug noticed something peculiar outside his living room window. A small turtle spinning helplessly through the floodwaters like a slow-motion frisbee. Without a second thought, Doug put on his snorkeling mask, a pair of flippers, and a raincoat that was 3 sizes too big, and plunged into the storm to save the little reptile. Doug Thompson said, "When I saw that turtle doing involuntary cartwheels in my yard, I knew I had to do something. I wasn't about to let Mother Nature turn him into soup." What Doug didn't know was that this was no ordinary turtle. This was a Galapictus aqua amicus, commonly known as the friendly water turtle, a species long thought extinct by scientists at the University of Animal Hydrology. They are known for their remarkable ability to form deep, emotional connections with humans, especially those with bad luck and a tendency to misplace their car keys. Against all odds, Doug managed to rescue the turtle, cradling it like a newborn baby wrapped in seaweed. Once safely inside, Doug and the turtle locked eyes. It was at that moment that science, which cannot truly explain anything it tries to, claims their souls became biosynthetically intertwined. In layman's terms, they were best friends now. Dr. Alex Walker said, "It's a phenomenon we refer to as Chelonic Resonance." Essentially, when a human saves a turtle during a Category 4 storm, their heartbeats synchronize, creating an unbreakable bond similar to Bluetooth pairing. Doug named his new friend Shelldon, a name as original as the plot of a soap opera. In the months following the hurricane, Doug and Shelldon became inseparable. They'd go for walks, or well, Doug would walk, and Shelldon would slowly trudge behind. They'd share meals, mostly lettuce and bits of old pizza, and sometimes they'd even watch TV together. Shelldon had a fondness for crime dramas, especially those involving elaborate heists involving seaweed. But it wasn't all sunshine and slow walks in the park. One day, years later, their bond would truly be tested. A sudden flash flood struck Doug's neighborhood. Experts from the Institute of Sporadic Meteorology blame it on a rare weather phenomenon called cloud spillage, where clouds accidentally trip over each other, spilling their water all at once. Doug Thompson said I was on my porch minding my own business when, out of nowhere, boom, water everywhere. It was like the ocean got lost and decided to show up at my front door. The waters rose quickly, turning Doug's front yard into a makeshift river. Within seconds, Doug was swept away, floundering like a fish who had forgotten how to swim. It seemed like the end. But just then, a familiar shell bobbed to the surface. Shelldon had arrived to save the day. Scientists at the Department of Herpetological Lifeguarding have a term for what happened next: testudinal hydro-rescue. Shelldon expertly navigated the currents, his stubby legs paddling with the precision of a Swiss watchmaker, and positioned himself beneath Doug, lifting him out of the water. Dr. Maria Gonzalez said, "You see, turtles have an innate sense of hydrodynamic stability. When faced with a life-or-death situation, they can transform their shells into natural flotation devices. It's basic turtle physics, or maybe magic. We're not sure." Doug clung to Shelldon's shell like it was the last piece of pie at a family gathering. For 3 hours they drifted through the floodwaters until they reached dry land, a parking lot of the local discount supermarket. There, drenched but alive, Doug embraced his heroic turtle. Doug Thompson said, "I owe my life to Shelldon. If he hadn't been there, I would have ended up in the sewer system like a discarded meatball sub." Shelldon's heroism did not go unnoticed. The local government awarded him the key to the puddle, a prestigious honor given only to aquatic animals who save humans from watery fates. Doug and Shelldon's story became a sensation, inspiring countless TV shows, poorly made documentaries, and one extremely misguided Broadway musical. Today, Doug and Shelldon live happily together in a cozy house equipped with a custom turtle ramp, a heated pond, and a flat-screen TV that Shelldon watches when he's not busy chewing on electrical cords. Their story stands as a testament to the power of friendship, the resilience of turtles, and the mysterious science of Chelonic resonance. Dr. Alex Walker said, "The fact that a turtle and a man could form such a bond in the midst of chaos truly shows us that nature is unpredictable and weird, mostly weird." And so, we leave you with this thought. The next time a hurricane rolls through and you find a turtle at your doorstep, don't just see a reptile, see a potential friend, a hero, or maybe just someone to share your pizza crusts with. Because in the end, isn't that what life is all about? Friendship, and pizza. Mostly pizza. This documentary was created by the University of Real Not Fake Documentary.